Good evening, Legal Marketing Association and the LMA Facebook group. This is Andrew Laver coming to you live from Las Vegas, the Aria Hotel and Resort at the 2017 Legal Marketing Association Annual Conference. Back in 1996 or so, when Dan Patrick and Keith Olbermann used to open up SportsCenter, they would say, "Welcome to the big show." Well, this, folks, is the big show. If you've never been to the annual conference before, look around at what's going on right now. Opening reception, tons of exhibitors in the exhibitor hall. People are pouring in from other pre-conference sessions, other networking events that they've had earlier in the day, maybe meetings, client events, and now the actual conference gets underway. Like I said, if you've never been here before, it's something you need to check out. You need to look forward to coming in future years, and we need to talk about the Legal Marketing Association. So I want to welcome in, as everyone knows, the one and only Betsi Roach, Executive Director of the Legal Marketing Association. And Betsi and I, we go back a couple years.
At least to 2014.
At least at 2014. At least that's when you knew me. I just hid out in the back for a while.
Right.
So how many conferences have you been to personally?
So personally, this is actually my 10th conference as LMA's Executive Director. That does not count the one conference I was at for just a little bit in Atlanta when I actually interviewed for the job.
Okay.
But as a full-on employee, 10.
So we're talking a good number of years, a bunch of different cities.
Yep.
How has this conference, and when we talked about it in meetings recently,
Right.
how, the first few conferences were maybe a couple hundred people.
Right.
We're now over 1,400 people.
Right.
How has this conference successfully grown to not only become the one and only in this industry, but one of the ones that's looked as a model for other industry conferences? How have we done that? What has changed to you?
One of the primary ways that it's changed is it's a research-based conference. We put on a tremendous amount of staff effort to talking with our attendees, talking with people that don't attend. What do you want? What's going on in your life that you need to know about and the issues that you need addressed? And so we really use a lot of research to help our conference planning committee plan an event. We also, in the last couple of years, we now have what we call the LMA Body of Knowledge. And that body of knowledge is a pathway for marketing and business development professionals to help guide their career. And so that's a structure for our education planning as well.
Great. So the majority, or many people really, who are going to watch this broadcast, either right now live with us or on loop, on Facebook in the coming days, many of us are here, some are at home, some are at the office.
Right.
Those of us that are here will hear an update on the Legal Marketing Association, where we are, where we're going. For those that aren't going to be here live, what information would you like to share? How do we as an association look? Where are we going? What's down the line?
Yeah, great question. So I've got a couple of answers to that. One is around just our overall organizational structure. We made a change in terms of our business structure. And so that was done to really help provide a more uniform member experience, to take some of the administrative pain off of our volunteers, and to just increase the ROI of the membership, the price for membership dues, and really make sure that we're providing the value that our members demand. The other is just as an entity, whether or not you're a member, we want to provide a collaborative effort to have more advocacy in the legal industry. It's a new strategic goal for us, and we want to lead and be the convener of conversations to help change the industry that really will do a lot, but primarily act as a convener, a voice of the client, and make sure that our lawyers and the people that you all work with are really meeting the needs of the clients.
Great. Last question, then I'll let you go to the party.
Great.
If there was one thing that you were most looking forward to this week here in Las Vegas, and it's not Brittany, what would it be?
It's not Brittany.
In the walls of the
let's
Aria.
just take that. It's
Brittany's
not,
off the table.
She's off the table.
Celine Dion. I don't think the Tigers are performing any longer. What are you looking forward to
Cirque du
here?
Soleil.
Well, there's a bunch of those. It's hard to narrow down. You can't pick a favorite. It's like a kid.
Exactly.
Favorite part of this conference that you're most looking forward to?
One of the favorite things besides the education, I love seeing all the hugs. It's kind of hokey, but this group they're huggers, and what that symbolizes for me is the deep love and friendships that happen in our community. And that really means a lot to me, that I play a part in relationships that mean so much to others. I play a part in setting that foundation to happen. Yeah.
I know I said last question.
Okay.
I lied.
All right.
For those that aren't here or haven't heard,
Yeah.
2018, if you're not here right now, is going to be
New Orleans.
Okay,
Yeah,
great. New
we're
Orleans.
excited.
Early April.
Early
Is that April 8th, I believe.
Yeah, I want to say 9 to 11.
Well,
But
maybe I'll get there the 8th, but okay, sure.
Well,
Come
we'll
early,
get there
stay
the
late.
5th. So, yeah,
perfect.
I'm sure.
All
So
right,
thanks,
2018
Andy.
New Orleans.
New Orleans.
But right
Hope to
now,
see you there.
we're talking 2017 Las Vegas.
It is the place to be, but
Why else?
You know,
Why would you be anywhere else?
Exactly.
All right,
Thank
thanks,
you.
Betsi.
All right, thanks,
Nice
Andy.
seeing you. Enjoy
Yep,
the conference.
You too. Oh,
All
no,
right.
we have to hug.
Oh, we got to hug because we're
we're
hokey.
hugging.
All right, thanks so
All right,
much,
thank
Betsi.
you. Bye.
All right, so here's what we're going to do. This is literally going to be a man on the street or a man with a large microphone. We're going to walk around the hall, mostly just seeing who's here. We're going to ask some questions of people. None of this is pre-planned. And the first person I want to grab is Jill Weber. Jill Weber, the current president of the Legal Marketing Association. I don't want to make you do math right on the spot.
Yes.
How many conferences have you been to?
Too many to count.
Great. Nice round number. What's your favorite part of the conference? Now, obviously, being a sitting president, it's a little bit harder, pulled in so many more directions.
Yes.
But if you had like something to look forward to,
It's always the networking, always being around my friends, learning all of the new things. And second is education. I really like going to the breakout sessions and hearing from people who have done things firsthand where they share their war stories and case studies. So
Sure.
those two things.
great. So we're live right now on Facebook Live in the Legal Marketers Extraordinaire group.
Great.
So the majority of the people that are going to watch us at some point or another are here. But there's many that are not, unfortunately,
Yes,
with
yes.
us. If someone from afar who wants to follow along with this conference that's not in Las Vegas, but they're
Yes.
sitting at their desk at work or
Yes.
whatever the situation may be, what tip would you give them, and how do you suggest they best follow if they can't be here right now?
Well, we have our hashtag, the hashtag,
that
hashtag LMA17,
Okay.
so they can follow the Twitter feed. That's what I would highly recommend, because the people who are really good at social media will be capturing and streaming all of the great quotes from the keynote session and all of that. So.
All right, so hashtag LMA17. Mostly follow that on Twitter. Obviously, the Legal Market Extraordinaires group will have content being posted throughout the day. The app is mostly available, I think, to conference attendees, but I'm sure if you know someone who's here, they could share it with you, maybe some session outlines and stuff. All right, great. Thanks, Jill. Have a good conference. Nice talking with you, too. All right, let's keep walking around. You can hear the noise in the background. That's the roulette wheel here at the Law 360 booth. In the coming days, we will be doing some more man-on-the-street type interviews. We'll talk to some of the exhibitors. We'll find out what they're presenting and showing off to attendees, what the newest thing is they want to pitch and talk to you about, and, of course, the tchotchkes they're giving away. Because if you don't go home with tchotchkes for your kids, then you're not doing a good job when you attend this conference. Let's see who else we can talk to. I don't want to play favorites, but since we are just randomly choosing people, I'm going to be throwing this large microphone right in their face. Maybe we can try to find a first-timer, someone who's never been here before, to see what their expectations are. Let's see if we know anybody. Hey, guys, our friends from Butcher over here. We'll come back to them in the coming days. Karen, how are you? You are live on Facebook right now. Is this your first conference?
It is.
And what are you most looking forward to?
Meeting people, making connections, learning from each other.
Great, great. How's it been so far? I know it's early.
It's early days. First timer reception was awesome.
Good.
Lots of fun, yeah.
All right, great.
Absolutely.
And how long are you here for?
I leave on Thursday.
Thursday. Good. That is the way to be.
Okay.
Stay as long as you can. All right, have a good conference.
Thank you.
All right, we've got to find some more first-timers or other people that are interested in speaking. No one's interested in speaking if they don't know what's coming, I'm sure, especially when this microphone gets thrust into them. Let's see who we can find next. We've got some Hall of Famers here, some past presidents that are here, people that are camera adverse, I'm sure. So let's see people that are unengaged that may want to speak. I'm sure this is great television and Facebook watching for everybody at home. Let's go towards this table here. I know we've got a bunch of first-timers right over here. Hey, guys, you are live on Facebook right now.
Oh, hello.
JP.
Andrew,
how are
it's
you?
great
Hi,
to
and
see
your
you
name?
again.
Ashley, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Is this both your first time here at the conference?
No, I was in Austin.
All right, forget it. You're out. Is this your first time?
It is.
Perfect. What are you most looking forward to, considering it's your first conference?
Learning different ways I can bring business development back to my office. We're having an issue with creating a program for it. So
Okay, so the conference brochure comes out You read through all the sessions. Do you pick one specific one to go to? Do you maybe rank them 1, 2, 3, figure your jump around? What's going to work best for you in the coming days?
I kind of like sat down and read the whole brochure and figured out which one I wanted to go to. This is like really in my face right now.
Just pretend he's not there. Talk to the large microphone.
So yeah, I sat down and planned my whole conference based on what would work for how I wanted to. So I have a lot of business development coming.
Is there one specific part you're most looking forward to, whether it be the keynote or just meeting people and networking, talking to exhibitors of new tools, anything like that?
The consumer marketing one.
And that's like really best for you?
Yes.
How long are you here for?
Till Wednesday night.
Perfect. All right. So you should enjoy yourself, meet a lot of people, ask a lot of questions, and I won't come back to you again with this large microphone.
Okay.
I promise. All right. Enjoy yourself.
Thank you.
All right, good. We got our first timer. It's like we're checking off a box now. Let's see who else we can speak to. Maybe we can find a past president, a Hall of Famer. We're getting towards the back of one of the aisles here in the exhibitors hall. A lot of the exhibitors, of course, want to be on the camera, because why would you not want to be? Maybe one person I can grab would be Ashraf. He is the 2018 incoming president for the Legal Marketing Association. Ashraf,
are we live?
We are live on Facebook right now.
Is it your fault that I'm getting up at 7:45 in the morning tomorrow?
No, I don't. I don't do mornings.
I know.
I don't do mornings, so no.
I got the short end of the stick and have to do this tomorrow morning.
I did not make the schedule either.
Yeah.
How many of these conferences have you been to?
That's a good question. Probably 7 or 8.
Okay. How have you seen the conference change, grow, expand over those years?
It just gets bigger and bigger. Yeah, it's fun, and the energy grows every time.
Obviously, being the incoming president, having higher visibility at this point, is and being pulled in a bunch of different directions. Do you have one specific thing that you want to make sure that you accomplish while you're here, even still being pulled so many different ways?
Yeah, no, I make it a point to meet the first-timers, the people who are new to the conference. To me, that's making sure they feel welcome, and that's a big sort of theme for what I like to do, is just make sure that the people who are new, because we're a very friendly group, but it's a very intimidating group sometimes, because I say intimidatingly friendly, because it really does feel like everyone knows each other.
Sure.
But we want to be welcoming to all the new people, and about a third of the crowd is our first timers.
That's awesome.
So
we're still growing.
We're fortunate to have that group, but I certainly want to make sure that they feel welcome, and make sure they have a good time.
So last question, for those that are watching on Facebook Live, either right now or will be watching it in the coming days after it broadcasts. So those that aren't here, what would you suggest is the best way for someone who was unable to attend to follow along at home or at work in the days either while this conference is going on or after the fact?
Sure. So, many ways. So social media obviously makes you feel like you're here even though you're not. A lot of the locals will be doing conference follow-ups from people who are here. I'm hosting one in Houston in April, which is a great way just to kind of hear what the conversation's about. And then the recordings. Everything that's here is recorded and accessible to anyone. And it's just great content. And, you can't be here for the fun, but you can certainly be here for the learning. And those are sort of 3 key takeaways.
Great. Thanks so much. Enjoy the conference.
Thank you.
Good luck tomorrow morning.
Thank you.
Maybe go to sleep right now.
Exactly.
So I think we'll wrap up in a minute. I think Ashraf made a really good point, though, and we'll just keep walking just so you get a good feel of what's going on. A really good point is that if you're not able to be here, follow along on social media. Jill told us, reminded us about that, the LMA, the 2017 hashtag. Follow along on Twitter. Even after the fact, you should follow along. See what you missed. See what happened that you didn't catch on. You can purchase the conference recordings. So even if you were here but missed a session, or there were so many you wanted to go to that you didn't make it to, that's a good way to follow along after the fact. Share ideas with your employer, with your colleagues, with your coworkers. Share those ideas. Those are all good things to do. All great takeaways from the conference, even if you aren't here. I think for the time being, we're going to wrap up. We're going to wrap up from the exhibitor hall. This is the 2017 LMA conference, live from the Aria Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas, Nevada. You can check out the LMA webpage, the Legal Marketers Extraordinaire webpage for a schedule of what's coming up, when we'll be live again. Ashraf mentioned that he'll be live tomorrow morning with another sit-down. We've had a couple already today. We'll have more throughout the week. We're going to visit with exhibitors in the coming day, find out what kind of swag they're giving away, the items that they're pitching, their products, stuff like that, so you get a good feel of what's going on here, even if you're not here. Follow along, LMA 2017, and we hope you have a great night, and we'll talk to you soon.